Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Duels. As promised, here is a fourth episode of the reanimation deck, because I wasn't happy with the previous episode, so if I'm not happy, you're not happy. So as far as I'm concerned. So let's go in for a new game, shall we? I'll see you there. Alright, we're on the play. We have a one-land hand. It's the wrong land as well, so we're throwing it back. Ooh. We can get an Eily down on turn 2. And we can work our way to Necromantic Summons. Yeah. Let's do it. Drown Catacomb. And pass the turn over. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Evolving Wilds. Fetching. A Black Sauce. The other thing about trying to get Eily down on turn 2 as well is we're not cracking Evolving Wilds, so we're actually upping our odds of drawing lands, which is something that we kind of want to do. So we actually have a turn 3 Olivia as well. So I mean, we're not doing Reanimator things, but at least we're getting threats down on the board. Threats that are hard to get through and hard to deal with, I suppose. So, are you any other colours, opponent? My assumption would be yes. Prove me wrong though. Play another swamp. Or don't. It's up to you. I ain't judging. Another Evolving Wilds. Okay. You have got a blue source. Alright. Is it Reanimator? That's the question. Right, let's get him for 2. See if he's got a Fatal Push, first and foremost. He does not. Well, we have a Olivia mobilized for war. We're going to be close to our Necromantic Summons, but we have nothing to put in the graveyard yet. Well, we have an Emeria Shepherd, but no way to put it in the graveyard. Ooh, Fevered Visions. Yes, I will enjoy that thoroughly. So this is Grixis Mill then, I'm guessing. Right, let's go Evolving Wilds, and we'll thin out a deck. Hopefully there's still a basic that's not a Plains, and there is. So there's a blue source. We'll grab that. Should have maybe grabbed the swamp there, actually. Now that I think about it. So we do need to get towards Ever After mana if we draw it. But let's get in for 5. We draw an extra card. Yep, there's an Ever After. You're gonna make me regret it immediately, aren't you, game? Well, the damage is for 2 as well. I love Fevered Visions. Really do. I love it being played against me. I love playing it myself. Who doesn't like to draw cards? Why ain't Lab Maniac a card in this game? Laboratory Maniac. So you can self-mill yourself as a strategy. Okay. He's going for a Languish, so we are going to sacrifice our Olivia in response to gain some life. Can't sacrifice Eily to Eily, unfortunately. I suppose that gives us a target for Necromantic Summons, but it's not a great one. We get an Oath of Jace. Alright, this might give us a good choice. It means that we're not reanimating, but a 5-mana reanimation for a 3-mana creature? I don't think so. There's an Omnath and an Emeria Shepherd, and our Black Sauce as well, which is really good. That means we're getting an Omnath and an Emeria Shepherd back next turn. We're going to play a Canopy Booster and get back Eily so that we can avoid exile spells and things like that. Obnixilis. And also in response to him killing things with Obnixilis. Alright. So, ticks up, loses his life, and draws a card. Goes to discard as well, thanks to his Fevered Visions, discarding a swamp. Alright. If we want Ever After, we're going to play another land. Forgot about that. Well, we can We could Necromantic Summons, get back Emeria Shepherd, play the Canopy Vista, get back Eiley so we can sack it in response to Obnixilis. Then we, next turn, Ever After, the Emeria Shepherd and the Omnath. I really just want Olivia back in that same turn. But I also want my land drops to make sure that these two are doing their thing. I am torn. I suppose we could just take out a turn to Anguished Unmaking. Get rid of his Obnixilis so that we don't have to play around it and have creatures get removed. And then that allows us to Ever After next turn anyway, so yeah, let's do that. Oops. If whatever was selected was possible, I would have killed my own thing then. There we go, so let's get rid of Obnixilis. We do it on our turn so that you can't actually use it first. We draw a card, lose 2 life as well, which is another Plains, which is quite nice. It's a Chandra. Actually works for me. You take 6, but takes us below the point where Linvala is actually useful as well, and we can cast her, which is sweet. Alright, and he draws a card and loses his elementals. We draw another land. That's actually going to be a problem eventually, so Ever After, Emeria Shepherd, Omnath. Canopy Vista, get a 5/5 and an Eiley so we can sack in response to things and gain some life because we're going to need it. There we go. Much better. So we can gain 5 life at some point. Lose 2 life again. Down to 6. So we can even sacrifice these elementals to ping Chandra as well if it comes to it. Like if he minuses 4, then we do our thing. He's going for a Languish. That's a good Languish. Okay. Right, well, we sack that and deal 3 to Chandra. Gain 5. Take his Chandra off the board. And then we'll Emeria Shepherd, get Omnath back. 3 damage to Chandra again, take it off the board. I think he maybe didn't notice that he was going to lose his Chandra there. Judging by the fact they didn't do his thing all the way down. Right. Should we just Linvala, gain loads of life? See if he's got a removal spell for it. And then we can Necromantic Summons next turn. Grab it back with the Emeria Shepherd. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Let's try to keep our hand low just in case Fevered Visions ends up mattering later down the line. Pieces of the puzzle. It's not too bad actually. A bit of self-mill so that Emeria Shepherd could maybe find a Nulamog. Noxious Gear Hulk. That works for me. He gains 5 life, shakes him above our life total, which means that when we get it back with Necromantic Summons, we're going to gain life again. He draws cards. This is a fun matchup, this one. I'm enjoying this. Alright, brilliant Spectrum. So, we can afford to pieces the puzzle first. And then Necromantic Summons, the Emeria Shepherd back, player Plains, get Linvala back. Or a better card, if it appears. Looking for Ever Afters. Ever Afters would be nice. Well, Necromantic Summons and a Languish. Could even get Nahiri back. Nahiri exiling the Gear Hulk, perhaps. It's better than a creature he can remove, I suppose. Well, Emeria Shepherd's coming back. That's a given. Play the Plains So we can exile tapped... oh, it's tapped artifact as well. Ah. Maybe not then. Let's get Linvala back this time. Let's get a flyer in the air. Yeah. Gain a bit of life. Make sure that Fevered Visions is doing bugger all to our life total, really. We get our own Gear Hulk. Alright, we can get that off the board then. Not bad. Okay. Could even go as far as to languish that Gear Hulk off the board, but that would be silly. Let's not do that. Goes with the Radiant Flames. Okay. I can reset this board as quick as you can remove it. Harness Lightning on the Linvala. Sure. Grasp of Darkness on the Emeria Shepherd. Sure. And we're going to get them back in one card and a land drop, which is nice. I think I'm going to Gear Hulk the Gear Hulk off the board first, though. Just while he's tapped out and there's no chance of counters or anything like that. Oath of Jace triggers for no reason. How much mana do we have left up after this? Enough to pieces of the puzzle. So that's not too bad. Destroy you. Pieces of the puzzle. Let's hope he's not Mill, because we're helping him here. Arise from the grave. Nice. Play a swamp, because we can. And pass the turn. Lose 2 life again. Without Eiley, we'd have been dead by now. I want my ever afters. There's a Chandra. Can minus to get rid of Gear Hulk. Then if he plays a creature, we can get back Gear Hulk. And we can kill something. There's a Saheeli Rai instead. Alright, I think we're going to get a Emeria Shepherd and an Omnath back then. For the purpose of pinging off the Planeswalkers, if it comes down to it. Draws an extra card. Ever After, there we go. Right, Ever After. We're on 13 life, so we can afford to get back some interesting things. We'll get Emeria and Omnath back. Play a Plains. Get back... Linvala, I guess. Yeah, sure. Oh, don't say you've desynced. Oh. Replaced by AI. He's desynced. He's done it on purpose, I think. So, lower life total, so we gain life. We don't have more creatures, so we don't gain a angel from that. We also have 2 more reanimations. Shall we do one of them? I think we're alright. I think we'll just prized amalgam, I guess. Just get more threats on the board, and I think we're ready to kill. Harness Lightning to take one thing out, and that would be the Emeria Shepherd. The AI knows. Alright, and we draw. Grasp of Darkness. Alright, don't have the mana open for it, unfortunately. So, Saheeli. Cannot copy our stuff, just checking that. She can just scry 1 and deal 1 to each opponent then. So nothing too exciting. Ooh. Dark Intimations. Off of the Chandra there. Chandra can do some work, except for she's going to die, so not likely. Although we have lethal on board right now, so I mean, if we can't remove his creature, then we'll go for his Planeswalkers. If he plays one, that is, anyway. Evolving Wilds. I hope our opponent didn't intentionally disconnect, because I'm having a lot of fun running this game out as long as it's gone. I'm sure I could have done it a lot more efficiently, but this is the most fun I've had in a long time with this deck. Just the sheer amount of times I've brought this board state back. It's so much fun. Alright, passes. Draws a card. So, Anguished Unmaking for one of his Planeswalkers, so we don't really even have to attack him there. Let's just go straight in at him, see if he's got any removal. Yeah, I figured as much. And that's the Prize Amalgam down. That'll save him, it'll take him down to 2. Unless, of course, I grab an Eiley. Which I'm gonna do. Grab Eiley. Sack a creature. Deal 3 to him. And we win. Alright, that was a lot more fun. So, let's go to the next game. Okay, we're in. We have a very flooded hand, but we can piece the puzzle, and it's the land drops that we need. No, I think we've got to do better than that. This one's interesting. I think we can keep it on the strength of maybe being able to Nahiri and discard an Ulamog. Plus Brilliant Spectrum, it looks like we've got the mana for it. There's a Sunken Hollow. Alright, we're playing Evolving Wilds, we'll pass. We've got red, white, black, and then extra black there as well. We're not doing anything with this mana right now, so I might as well leave it there. Because we do still need 1 more mana for Reanimate, so we can be at the top of our curve. Underhanded Designs. Is this improvise? Looks like it. Drains if you pay when Artifact Center. A pieces of the puzzle, so we do need to be cracking this Evolving Wilds then, because we need our turn 3 play. Let's go get another black source, so we have our double black for our Ever Afters. We have our blue source, so we're going to go Mountain, piece of the puzzle. Next turn we've got Untapped Prairie Stream for Nahiri, discarding Ulamog. If we hit a land and a Reanimate spell, then we get Ulamog on roughly on time. Alright, Heart of Kiran. Pay 1. Yep, drains us for 1. Plated Crusher. Alright, well, we're going to piece the puzzle. Looking for reanimation spells. Still need to hit a land though. Nahiri can help us find that as well. And in the meantime, she can potentially -8 a creature out onto the board for us as well, if we get that far. Just an Anguished Unmaking, but it does hit an Omnath and an Oath of Jace and a Prize Amalgam into the yard. Oath of Jace can be grabbed back with Emeria Shepherd, should be noted. For extra card draw and self-milling. Swamp for our opponent. Must have something good here. Treasure Keeper. I'd argue that's something quite good. When it dies, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a non-land card with converted mana cost 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana costs. And he gets to crew up the Heart of Kiran, which worries me slightly because I'm going to have to Anguished Unmaking it off the board before we Nahiri, really. Unless I want to exile his Treasure Keeper. Yeah, Prize Amalgam. Could also Grasp of Darkness as well. Okay, so what we could do here This is crew 3, so he needs a 3 power or toughness creature next turn in order for this to go wrong. What's the odds of that? He's playing improvise, so he's got a lot of servos that could come out and he could crew them all up. Even if we did lose Nahiri, would I care as much? I'm not sure, because we have removal for everything on his board, really. We have a prize amalgam to put threat back on the board again. So what I'm thinking is we could plus Nahiri to discard an Ulamog, or we could minus to exile the Treasure Keeper, which means he potentially can't crew the Heart of Kieran next turn. And if it survives, then Nahiri can start plussing again. Then again, if we hit land into Reanimator, I couldn't really do with Ulamog, so I think the safer option here is just to discard Ulamog and search for a land. And Emeria Shepherd. Okay. So if Nahiri doesn't die, then we've got plenty of removal open to keep her alive. And we can start discarding all of the really suboptimal cards in our hand. Looking for cards that make them optimal. So can he kill our Nahiri here? Best case scenario is no. The worst case is that Nahiri dies, but we protect our life total, and then we continue to protect it with our removal spells. There is a Chief of the Foundry. I'm assuming that would mean that he did not have a 3 power and toughness creature. So the minus play would have been fine there. But he gets to crew up with his Heart of Kieran and hit Nahiri for 5. Sure. Hoping for a nice draw here. And that's not nice. Only thing Nahiri can do anyway is plus, so we'll do that right now. Gives us more options later down the line. Let's get rid of an Emeria Shepherd. There's our Reanimate. I think... So we could Grasp of Darkness or even Anguished making the Treasure Keeper. I'm more inclined to Anguished making the Heart of Kieran though. But I've got to do that on his combat step, because if I do it now he just attacks and kills Nahiri there. He's going to attack Chief into us, and he's going to crew up Heart of Kieran and attack Nahiri. That's my thought. And then when he does, we Anguished making it then save her so that we can use her again. Which means that we're going to have to leave up mana, unfortunately. We could Brilliant Spectrum, which likely grabs us a land, which means Necromantic summons into Emeria Shepherd probably gets us an Ulamog as well. And we get to discard all of our crap stuff as well. And we can do this for 4. So how much do I care about Nahiri? If I can just go off next turn. I guess just getting an Ulamog down. This just seems super so much better. Nothing he's got for this. He's just seeing what it is. We're going to draw 4, discard 2. We have 2 in hand already that we'd like to discard, so that's not too bad. We do get a single land. I would have preferred more. Okay, let's go with Plated Crusher, because we can never cast it. And I guess Gear Hulk. We've already got a Shepherd in the yard, so... Then again, if he exiles it, I'd like another one. Yeah, let's do that. We have to play this land, otherwise there's no reanimation happening. Next turn, we've got Ulamog. Turn after that, Emeria Shepherd hopefully into a land. Plains, more specifically. Okay, so I think we've got this in the bag. It's going to be tricky. We're going to be cutting it close, definitely. But he's got 3 turns once Ulamog gets to start attacking. Fortunately, he's also running Anguished Unmaking mana as well. So there is that. Could just lose Ulamog. Heart of Kiran gets crewed up. Yeah. So he gets to kill Nahiri and hits for 6. Actually, 7. His Treasure Keeper will come at Nahiri. Really? Have you got something I'm not seeing? Yeah, that's what I thought. 7 at us, 4 at Nahiri. Goodbye, Nahiri. Down to 6. Ugh. The Glacial Fortress, that's the opposite of what we wanted from that. Ah, where's Linvala when you need her? So, a Necromantic Summons would take the Shepherd up to a 6/6, but we just die to removal then. Whereas an Ulamog, I mean, we kind of just died to that as well. We don't have the mana to Oath of Jace into a Languish. I think our opponent's just got us dead here. I feel like the line where we did go for the Treasure Keeper was much better then. I think we'd have been on a higher life total. Because we don't have a Plains for Emeria Shepherd, which means we can't grab her and something else. We can only grab one of these things. Maybe Omnath grab... No, we're dead to that as well. It's 5 in the air, an extra 2. Yeah, I think our opponent's got us. Unfortunately. It's just Necromantic Summons and Omnath. It's the most blockers that we can make. Pretty sure of it. We get a 7/7. We get a 5/5. But he's got a 5/5 in the air, and all he needs is an extra blocker. An extra attacker on top of what we've got. If one of them had First Strike, it'd been fine, but we don't. And then we get Prize Amalgam from the graveyard, but that's going to do it. Huh. Yeah, I'm sure there was a line earlier on that would have put us at a better life total, which would have given us time to get the Summoning Sickness off of our creatures, but... You know. Underhanded Designs... Kills Chief. We get Prized Amalgam. Did that change anything? I feel like it didn't. I think we're still dead. We still take 6. Oh no, we don't. Unless he has a 3 power and toughness creature. Otherwise we just take 4 in the air. Did our opponent do a weird thing? Or am I missing something? Well, if our opponent made a mistake there, this is exactly why you never scoop. Never scoop. No surrender. Your opponent could do a silly thing out of nowhere. Eager Construct lets us both scry. Thank you, opponent. That's not large enough to crew up the Heart of Kiran. Gaia's Revenge. I'm going to bottom you because we can't cast you and we can't discard you either. Not easily. And another Eager Construct. Ah, that's going to do it. Yep. And a Rise from the Grave, we'll stick that on top, but now he can crew up his Heart of Kiran. Swings for 4 in the air, 3 on the ground. That's going to be game. Did a weird thing there. I'll never understand it. Down to -1. That's going to be game though. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully it was better than the last one. If you did enjoy it and you want to, then be sure to like and subscribe for some more Magic Duels content. I'd appreciate it greatly, and it lets me know that you're enjoying the content that gets made. And if you really do enjoy the content and you have subscribed, then don't forget to hit the little bell icon right next to the subscription button as well to be notified when the videos get released. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye.